Hey guys, we're back, and this is Fraught at Adrenaline Rush Motorsport to tell you about our new 2025 Cfmoto U10 Pro. All right, guys, we're gonna start with the front end on this thing with this smooth, sleek look. And just for you guys to know, that old UForce model isn't going away because that is a great model. So they thought, why don't we just add to the lineup and make it a little bit more fancier for the guys that are suit and tie on their ranch. So let's start in the beginning, in the front right here. You've got a synthetic rope with a 4,500 pound winch. You have a rubber stopper so you don't overdo it. You have a fair lead. You also have this nice metal plate on the front to protect the front of your machine. You got this beautiful setup right here with some LED fixtures, which we'll show you here in a little while. Also, you got your standard A-arm stuff. You know, you're running 29-inch wheels or tires on 14-inch wheels. All right, so on the headlights, on all the other models that you've seen that Cfmoto has made in the past, you haven't been able to turn them completely off. Well, with the U10 Pro, you are able to turn them completely off. And then you also have the low beam fixture. And then also, we can also flip it on to where the high beams are on these nice little bars that are right below the grill. It looks really great, really sleek, and it gets the job done. On the front of this, I actually have the hood off for you guys already so you guys can take a look underneath here, because a lot of people, they don't end up showing this stuff to you guys. So you have your fuse panel and relays located right here. Okay, it's got a nice seal on that. It's a tight fit. This is your port in case somebody ever has to hook a scan tool. One thing I did notice, which I don't know exactly what this does, but I bet you this is for some form of accessories that they probably have out or that is coming out. That's going to be a plug and play option, which is really nice. Also, you have your brake reservoir here. Is there one thing that you guys aren't noticing different about this machine than all the other machines? Where the radiator is, there is no radiator cap. They put it into your overflow reservoir. So everything is built into this now. So you don't have two caps where you're worried about filling your overflow reservoir and your radiator. It's all in one, contained in here, with still the radiator there, but this is where you fill it. Another nice feature, you have a bus bar. And the bus bar, what that does exactly is it provides power to your accessories. So you have a ground, you have an accessory, and then you have a constant. So the accessory will only work when the ignition is on. Your constant will be constant power. But one thing that nobody ever tells you is this, on this unit, you have to unplug it from here and connect it here. So these two have to be conjoined. They do that for safety reasons so nothing grounds out or pops a fuse on accident. So connect these two and your bus bar will work. Also, this is your relay for your front winch, that 4,500 pound winch that we were talking about. Then you have this box, if you guys want to come on in real quick. It's located right here where my finger is. And what that does is that actually connects to your phone. It sends a signal out to connect to your phone because there's an app that connects this thing called RideSync. Works really great. You can see all the features on your machine. It tells you a lot of information. You guys should check it out if you get one of the units. Now, the last thing we're going to talk about is this. Everybody looks at it and they're like, man, that's in a weird place. What is that? Well, it's an antenna. And the reason you need an antenna is because you have a radio and you have navigation. So you can have it sitting up like that, or you can flip it down. The other thing people ask is, why is it located here? Well, the reason it's located here is because if you get a flip windshield, which Cfmoto makes, which is powered, this is out of your way and you don't have any problems with it hitting it when it opens up. So the next thing we're going to move on to is the interior. Let's show you this display. It's a TFT display which has a lot of clarity on it. Looks really good, easy to read. You've got a lot of nice features. We can click here. You've got your maps here. You have your media here, navigation, your phone connect. You have Apple CarPlay, your settings. You have a membership center. You have your G-force here, your vehicle diagnostic, any tips you need to know, a speed limiter. The speed limiter is a nice feature. So what you can do is, on the speed limiter, you click here, you can set a PIN code where it stops people when they're using your machine being able to go over a certain amount of speed without your permission. Also, you have your Cfmoto, which goes back to the main screen. And then you also have a little bit of more information here with your mileage, what kind of RPM range you were doing, everything like that. So get a little bit more information there. So you have your parking brake here. You can turn it off. You can turn it on. Okay. You also have a hill descent button right here. And what that does is that actually slows the machine down when you're going downhill so you don't go rolling down too fast. Also, let's go back to this main screen. Sorry. Cfmoto. There we go. Right here, you can see the difference between your differentials on that screen. You see how those back wheels are yellow? Well, see how those front wheels are yellow? And you see that lock right there on the screen where it's showing it's unlocked. If I click it one more time, it's showing you that that front differential is locked. And then the turf mode, like I was telling you, if you're worried if your rear differential is locked, you push this button and see how it shows the unlock button. So now you have that limited slip. Also, one thing you have on this dash that I really like is you have your bed control, which is located right here. So you have your up, and then what you'll end up hearing is, if you listen, you'll hear it stop, hits a bump stop, and lets you know that it's all the way up. And then when you come down, listen, you'll hear a click. You hear that click, that indicates to let you know that it's all the way down. You have your standard stuff here. You've got your USB port. You have the new fast charging cable output that everybody uses. I don't know the exact name, so please don't beat me up in the comments. Also have a regular 12 volt right here. You have this beautiful grab handle here that I like that they did. We got a glove box right here. It's got your owner's manual, your funnel, all that good stuff. This interior, that's one thing I know you guys wanted to hear about. This leather is amazing. The stitching is great. This is the King Ranch of side-by-sides. You would love it. It's amazing. It's awesome. I can't say enough about how much I like the interior in here, but there is one thing I don't like. If you guys want to come a little closer. So you got this armrest. It's really nice, but the battery, why? I mean, I get it. It's easy to hook up to, but that's what the bus bar is in the front for. Cfmoto, I don't know why we did this, but you did a great job on everything else. Another thing too that they did nice in this interior, right above my head, you see the speakers? Yes, there is a radio in this machine. You can listen to the radio while you're riding around. You can connect Bluetooth, listen to your own music. They did a really, really good job. I can't say enough about this machine, how much I love it. Another thing too, if you look at the dash, do these look kind of familiar? Like they would remind you of something? They look like vents for an AC or a heater. Well, I think the next one we're going to see is going to be the one that's going to have AC and heat in here with a complete closed cabin. I'm excited and I'm ready. Cfmoto, give us what we want. And one last compartment in here, right here. It's a storage compartment, something you can throw your cell phone in, or you can use a wired winch controller if you want to be away from the machine to be safe. This machine does come with cargo nets. We don't tend to put them on because a lot of people complain about it and they want us to take them off anyways. So we tend to not waste our technicians' time. If somebody wants them on, we'll be more than happy to put them on for you. You've also got these amazing mirrors, which come standard on the regular UForce. They fold, they extend, they do all the same stuff. If you guys want to, if you want to see more about the mirrors, just go back to my YouTube channel. I did something on a UForce. You can see all the stuff on there. Also, they give you more accessories right up here for more switches. If you do any more accessories, same thing here. And you have one slot also right here. There's one last thing I want to tell you about this interior before we get to that motor. Yeah, I'm gonna have to show you guys. This is the air box. It's in a different position than I'm used to seeing it. It's cool, it's easy to get to, but my concern is for the guys who are thinking about mudding and stuff like that. It does have some space underneath it, as you can see. I can stick my arm underneath there. I would say you've got about 1.5 feet from the floor plan to the bottom of the airbox. You know, obviously, we hope that you don't take this machine in the water or do any types of stuff like that, because obviously it's not a boat. We always tell our customers that if you treat it like a boat, it won't last you a long time. But there are people out there that do that type of riding and they enjoy it. But I just think it's in a strange location. I'm excited to see what aftermarket companies come out with to maybe relocate this or even build a better system to seal it up. I'm kind of ready to see what it does actually factory as well. And that's about it for the interior, guys. So on the engine back here, you're obviously looking at, we've got a 3-cylinder motor now where we used to have a V-twin. Also, another nice thing that they did to this, that's an Omen Ride clutch, which is made by Cfmoto. Built very well, very smooth. A lot of people have talked about in the past on the UForces, they don't like that initial jerkiness. Well, this machine doesn't do that. This has that smooth transition from stop to go, from go to stop. Also, another nice thing about this machine, if you don't know, this is called a transaxle. And what that is, that's the differential and the transmission put all in one. If you guys see it right here, which makes the motor actually a little bit smaller. And also another nice thing, right here is where your gear selector is. If you can look through, that's your gear selector right here for your shifting. So if you ever have anything fail on that electronic shifter, the mechanism looks like it's fairly easy to get to replace. Another nice thing that they also did was your exhaust. It's not wrapping around the front of the motor to heat up this cab. So you don't have to worry about on those hot summer days that heat off that motor just beating you up. It's all behind the engine going towards the back of the motor to keep you cool. You've got your hydraulic shaft right there. That is your hydraulic fluid storage, goes also in there. And it's pretty much your basic standard stuff. You know, you got your water pump, you've got your oil cooler, and you have an external spin-on filter, which is really nice for this year. And that's pretty much it for the back of the machine on the motor-wise. Check out these sleek tail lights. Man, they look good. Those are some awesome lights. Man, they did a great job. They did a good job. They're very bright, just the running lights. The brakes, when you hit them, they're very bright. People will definitely see you from a long ways away to know that you're stopping. You got your standard reflectors here. They added that beautiful Cfmoto logo right there. Also, you have this exhaust. It's kind of bulky. I kind of like how they blended it in with the black, but they did a good job with, you got dual ports on both sides. This hitch right here, this thing will tow up to 2,500 pounds. You heard me right, 2,500 pounds. Then you have, you know, your sway bar in the back. These A-arms, they did a good job. They seem a lot beefier. They did a really good job. The shocks, you know, they're nothing special. They're standard, nice shocks. They did a good job on those, but nothing really worth talking about. Hey guys, I just want to say thank you for watching. We really appreciate the support. If you could give us a like and a follow, very much appreciated. We thank you guys for following us this past year. We're working on trying to get this channel back up and going to give you guys more information on these Cfmotos, and we're about to add our Segway lineup with you guys, and we got a special treat in about a week or two of some other stuff that we're going to start carrying. So make sure you give me a call at 850-874-2185 or come see me at 1901 West 15th Street, Panama City, Florida, 32405. And thanks for watching. Don't forget to like.